Those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Thompson to return it. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And incomplete to open things up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Able to avoid him. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Thompson on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
They go play action now. Wilson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. At the 48-yard line. Murray now to throw. They'll find the Nwangwu underneath, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Handoff here to Nwangwu. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Going for it all. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And, Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season. Because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moore. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He was brought down by Foya Sade and Lewican.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Murray. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. He'll buy some time right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Now Murray. Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They go play action with Wilson. Flushed out right. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll go option to the short side. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On second down, it's Taylor. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 19. Wilson's going to hold on to it. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On the option to give to Taylor here. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing is Wilson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just... Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Murray going to throw. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. K'Lavon Chaisson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. First and 10, Taylor now. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Wilson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here on target to Hurst. And they'll get this down to the 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Taylor fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter,
they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Murray off play action. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. They'll try and run it here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Thompson to return it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 80 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Back to Taylor on 1st down. Fights loose. Still going. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play action. It's Wilson. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down. To the right side, this is Taylor. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they...
And that's caught inside the 35. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
Wilson's throw complete there to Moore.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
The give to Taylor. Pushes him over. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
That's the tight end Hurst with it. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll make it second down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. The Jets on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Zach Wilson
keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is fielded at the 27. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. They go play action now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back in the 36.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 17. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Again, Murray will keep it.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. from the shotgun. Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And, Charles, I think when the